And welcome back for another edition of the Gamut Report with your favorite, Matt Hribar. Maybe not your favorite, but hopefully top 10, right? Well, I'm sitting here. It's a one-on-one today, so it's very personal, very just me and my guest today. And she is the owner of I would say, a pretty legit Instagram. I can't think of many people who have more than like 10 followers like myself on Instagram. You are featured with over 1,200 followers. You're at 1.277. You're almost in that 1.3. So maybe with this we'll hit that.
Getting up there. That's the goal.
It's called Deliciohio. Am I saying that right?
That's correct.
Okay, because I was like delicious high. I was trying to like combine it in like 30 ways.
People pronounce it wrong all the time. It's okay.
Yeah, but if you just want to talk about like what got you into this, what started this account? Because I'm looking at these photos and you're going to all these different places. It's just food on top of food on top of food. Well, and a lot of alcohol, which I appreciate. But what got you there?
Sure. Well, I actually started this my freshman year of college with my best friend from high school. And she owned like a baking cupcake company. And I've always been into the culinary side, not so much the baking side. So one day we just decided we were going to start an Instagram. And we made the logo on Photoshop, came up with the name, and started it from there. So we've continued it for it's almost 4 years now.
Wow.
But once she got more busy in college, she kind of gave it up. So I overtook it, and it's all me now.
So this is just all you. And I'm looking at the post. What I love about it, too, is it features a whole range, kind of like I mentioned earlier. I mean, like the first 9 photos, like as of today, as of 10/10, breaking the fourth wall, where it's not when we're recording this. But I'm seeing nachos, ice cream, pasta, like steak, lobster, coffee, burger, like I think that looks like salmon. Oh, swordfish with olive paste. Like these are. You're not just featuring one type of food. I mean, it's like you just kind of go out there.
No, it's a pretty good diversity, yeah. And it's all photos from Ohio, except on Tuesdays. It's Travel Tuesday. So I kind of have a pretty good theme. But I'm a big foodie, so I like to try all the new restaurants, take photos. And, I'm really into it. A lot of it I cook myself, but a lot of it's from restaurants, so.
And so you go, just kind of set it up. So you go to this restaurant. Is it usually alone or with people? Or how does it happen?
It's usually with people. Normally, I have a good, solid friend group that also likes to eat as much as I do. My family are big foodies, so some of the pictures actually, I'll go to restaurants with my parents when I'm going home or if they come here, and my cousin's really into it. Every Friday I go to a different brewery, take photos of the breweries and the food from there. So.
And how many photos do you usually collect? Do you take about a good 20, 30? Or is it just kind of like you take 10? Or you just find one that looks really good? Of just the experience, I guess.
Oh, yeah. Normally it'd probably be 10, so I could do different angles and the lighting. I'm all about right now, the photos from above, and I think I need to start getting some other angles in there. But, most of the time I try to do, different colors or different, put it on a different background or a different table or something, just for a different aesthetic and colors.
No, definitely. That's kind of one thing I noticed is I think sometimes when people take pictures of food, they're just trying to
it's all
get
the same,
food,
right?
And they're not really trying to think of it as
you
an
have
overall
to look
piece.
at the background.
Exactly.
Yeah,
I see this one. It's a watermelon granada. Or, is that what? I feel like I'm
Grenada,
in 3rd grade, and I'm like granada. And you have it on this white bench or what?
It was on our outside patio table.
Yeah, it looks like a
contrast,
legit
right.
You went out and you were like, I need this piece because it looks really well done. And a lot of these are
thank you.
It's the ambiance effect.
Yeah, so that post actually was my first with the Instagram stories. I just got into those.
Oh, okay.
So now if I cook anything,
Are you a fan?
I don't know how I feel about it yet. I was I don't do it for personal. It's only for the food Instagram.
You'll never see my face on it.
No, and I don't think that I would ever do it. I mean, I consider this slightly like a business. So
yeah, absolutely.
If it was like a personal page, I wouldn't do it. But it's so easy for me to just share the recipe and then because I kind of make the recipe, either make it myself or take a recipe and add my own spin on it. So it's easy to show the different steps on the Instagram story instead of posting 18 photos from one account.
Yeah.
Of different steps. So.
Absolutely. So what is this is gonna be tough for you because you're a foodie now. What is the number one place in Cleveland? Like, and maybe it's just not you on a personal level. Like maybe it's like it has more of a meaning than it really has about the best food, or maybe you're like I have to go here like every X amount of time. What is that place? Do you know?
Yeah, my favorite restaurant in Cleveland is it's called Canato. It's on East 4th downtown. It's like Northern Italian restaurant. I've only actually been like 4 times, but every time I've went, I've had impeccable food, great service, love the atmosphere. It's like seafood-focused Italian, which I'm obsessed with seafood. And
So is that Southern Italian?
Northern.
Oh my
Northern
gosh!
style Italian
I was
food.
trying there. You knew. You
It's
saw
amazing.
it.
I
was
did.
Like,
I did.
Southern. It's like more water.
It's definitely more of an upscale place.
Okay.
So it's probably not, every weekend restaurant.
And you'd be going to Canato's. Like, what kind of occasion would it be? Is there like an occasion-esque style?
It's more of like a date place.
Like third date, fifth date,
Oh, definitely fifth date.
fifth date.
Maybe even
Because
farther.
first date, we had this talk on a previous podcast, or actually by the time this is released, we'll have it talk on a future podcast. I know I'm recording these like out of order all the time about first dates, and I was like, you can't take a first date to this classy restaurant because
you
it's
gotta
so
get to know
intimidating.
them first. Exactly.
You gotta hit up. For example, you have this photo of this burgers and fries from Dynamite Burgers and Sushi.
That's a great first date place.
That looks like a good first date place.
It's Zach Burrell restaurant, so he's a big restaurant person in Cleveland. He's that's probably one of his like lesser scale restaurants. It's really good. It's a weird combination of like fusion. So he does burgers and sushi. And
do they do sushi burgers? Because I've been wanting to try.
They don't
burger.
do sushi burgers. It's just burgers and sushi.
Oh, okay. I didn't
but
know.
But it's
if,
an interesting combination. I
Yeah.
mean, you don't normally put those two together. So
definitely not. Where's that located?
It's on Euclid Avenue, right across from Corn Alley.
It's Cleveland Heights.
No.
Oh, it's Cleveland.
Like by Happy Dog,
Yeah.
Euclid Avenue.
Isn't that Cleveland Heights? Oh, that's
No,
University
it's-
Circle.
Right. Yeah, it's right
Oh,
past Little
oopsie.
Italy.
I've been here for 22 years, and sometimes I still confuse my townships.
Older than I am here.
Oh my gosh. I'm like blushing. I don't know why I'm blushing. But I'm looking also too. I know I'm just like literally my phone is up in front of Amelia, and I'm just like on her Instagram. Which can you say one more time for the masses?
Deliciohio. Everybody follow.
Yeah, seriously. We'll spell it later on in the podcast. You'll hear me spell it. But there's like a s'more. Where's this? Oh, this is when you went to Michigan?
Yes, on vacation in Michigan, made the s'more by the fire. I actually
Pure Michigan commented on this.
Yes, sometimes I get some pretty, legit comments.
Have
and
you ever
shares.
had? What was the most exciting kind of comment or share or? Because Pure Michigan, that's really cool.
Yeah, thank
I don't know.
you.
I think that's just
Thank
kind of
you.
random and like
No,
fun.
it
and,
is
like,
cool.
Everyone knows Pure Michigan because the commercial they're like crisp water. Oh my god, they have 451,000 followers. On
Oh,
there.
yeah.
But that's a different Instagram that we're not advertising
Exactly.
/ talking to today. So before we get off topic,
I think the one that I noticed the most, I guess, I was reposted once by East 4th, Cleveland, and I got like 55 followers after that day.
Oh wow.
So that was pretty cool to be reposted by them. I've been liked by some pretty cool people, like MLB Food liked one of my photos once, but I guess I'm not on that famous level yet.
We're getting there. We're trying to push the 1.3K.
Exactly.
And then, corn hush puppies.
Yes, those were
And
from...
that's from Georgia. So your travel # Travel Tuesday.
Exactly. The Travel Tuesday is the day, I'm telling you, people get so excited about it. They look forward to it. And sometimes I'll get texts if I forget to post that day.
Really?
And people are upset. Yeah, that I forgot Travel Tuesday.
Are you gonna hashtag more of the week? Are you gonna maybe try
I
and branch out?
thought about doing that. The only thing is that it really limits me, and sometimes I only post, 3 or 4 times a week because I don't want to become too aggressive.
Yeah.
And then I don't want to limit myself to like a specific type of food on one day. But if I was to do it, it would be some sort of like happy hour cocktail.
I was gonna
day.
say that's the first thought that came to my mind.
Yep.
Would have been that. Because I see you got a Bloody Mary in this photo. Which, do you like Bloody Marys? Tell the truth.
You know, that was the first Bloody Mary I'd ever had, and I was not a fan, but it's all for the experience. A lot of times I get things just for the photograph.
I was going to say, some of these things I'm like, oh my gosh, like you would imbibe this? Question mark?
I am a very adventurous eater.
Okay.
And I would try everything once. There's not very many foods that I don't like, but I would say...
Have you posted anything that you didn't like?
Donuts. I'm not a donut fan.
I'm not either.
But they're great for photos.
Oh, yeah.
Very photogenic.
Oh, I'm seeing this. The Drexler cocktail from Plum Cafe. Mm-hmm. And this is a beautiful photo, too. Is that their wallpaper?
Yes, that was their wallpaper. It was perfect.
Oh, wow.
My sister brought it up to me. She just recently moved to Cleveland. Okay. So she looks at,
Was she inspired by the Instagram? That's the
She was.
She saw your Instagram and she's like, I need to move back.
She suggested the place. She said she followed them on Instagram, and they take all these photos of... their cocktails in general are really photogenic, but then they have this beautiful flowered wallpaper that...
Which just screams
perfect backdrop.
To be used.
Exactly.
Yes, absolutely.
Exactly.
Have anyone... I don't know why this question came up, because this probably has not happened to you, but has any restaurant or establishment been like, what are you doing? Or like, why are you photographing this material? Has anyone been a little, I guess, lukewarm at your reception, or has it all been positive feedback? I mean, to me, it would be positive feedback, because like they think that it's like a free post, and especially because you are growing in numbers steadily. I mean, you probably are, from all I know, any friend of mine / ally of mine. I don't know why I use the word ally like we're at war, but this is a huge account.
Well,
like,
thank
honestly,
you.
like I can't imagine the build up that this took. So, has anyone ever been just maybe a little nippy with you, a little sharp, a little?
No, not really. I haven't gotten too much negative feedback. I mean, not at least from a restaurant.
Yeah.
So that's good. Only positive.
Only positive. What, like, this could be the jinx, you'll go tomorrow to post something, you'll be like, oh my god, don't post our food on your Instagram. But
I actually had only one bad experience with the photo taking. It was like a good that turned into a bad.
Okay.
So a restaurant in Columbus, which is my hometown, the executive chef sent me a message and said, if you come in, and take a picture of my burger and post it, I'll give you the burger for free. And then he stalked me. It's terrible. I mean, he didn't stalk me. That's a little bit of an overkill statement.
He was a little persistent on more than just the burger.
Correct. And the man
burger and fries and him.
He was 35 and had kids.
Oh.
And I was 19 at the time.
Oh gosh, that is.
It was a little absurd, but that was the only negative experience. He was blocked, so he's out.
Is poor. Meanwhile, the burger place is, destroyed / gone. He asked way too many people to come in for free burgers.
Exactly.
But,
it was a good burger, though.
So for Cleveland natives, what's a place that maybe they don't know of at all that they should go to? Like, what is, like, for someone like me who, like I said, all 22 years I've been in Cleveland, and some of these places I'm like, what?
Yeah.
Where do I go? What's, like, the best Cleveland native place?
I would say if you haven't been to Superior Pho,
I haven't.
It's on Superior downtown. It's kind of like a sketchy-looking restaurant because it's in the back of a shop.
Okay.
So it's literally like a door that you enter and you have to go down this hallway.
Like a speakeasy?
Yeah, sort of. It's not
Kind of
underground,
like
but it's like a
like-
secret restaurant. And if you like pho, it's amazing.
It's been a while since I've had pho.
It's
is that,
really
is
authentic.
that like the soup?
Yeah, Vietnamese soup.
Okay.
Really authentic, super good, all fresh ingredients. I loved it.
Oh. And is that, so you said on Superior, I'm trying to picture where that's at. Is that on, oh gosh, I feel like I'm like someone who's like elderly and at the counter asking for
Google it.
medication.
I'm not
like,
totally sure of
what
the
the heck is it?
crossroad, but I know it's on Superior. It's probably not the nicest area in the world, but
Sometimes though, for good food, you probably go to places that
Oh,
you're
yeah.
like, oh my.
mm-hmm.
In an effort to reach good food heights, one must take some
Correct.
depths.
Correct.
Put that on a t-shirt.
It's Superior Pho 3030 Superior Avenue.
I want to look that up because I love Asian cuisine.
Mm-hmm. Oh, you have
Huge fan.
Superior and 30th.
one thing I wanted to do is do on Coventry, do an Asian food crawl there because they have like 6 Asian
that would
restaurants.
be fun.
They
I'll
have
definitely
Pacific East,
participate.
right?
Mm-hmm.
And actually, it was my friend and roommate Rusty, who was on previous episodes, who said he introduced me to it's this Vietnamese place, Hai Thai. No, is it Hai Thai?
Mm-hmm. I've been there.
And it's so good.
It's a Thai place, though.
Yeah.
Yes.
Did I say Thai?
You said Vietnamese. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
It is
I
good,
love it
though.
all. I love it all.
It's great.
No Asian
Pacific
food
East, I would definitely recommend as well.
Yeah,
Super
and
good
that's
there.
really good. Hunan is, I liked Hunan. It's definitely one of those classic kind of sit-down Chinese restaurants.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's a new one, and it looks like more like stop and go, or not like stop and go, but like you kind of roll in, you order, you sit down, they give it to you like 5
Is
minutes
it like
later.
next to the hardware store?
I think so. Next by Mark's.
I've seen it. I
haven't
haven't
gone in
been,
yet.
but yes, I
But
know what you're
I
talking
want to take
about.
a group of friends and just
We'll
kind
go.
of do like a
Let's
small
do
little
it.
roundabout. So I
It
feel
can
like
be
that'd
photographed.
a checklist, right? You get all your photos and feel like, oh, we
Exactly.
could do like an Asian food Thursday.
Exactly. Exactly.
But what's one cuisine that is missing in Cleveland? Because I know, like, out in Denver, I don't know why I know this, but out in Denver, I have relatives, and they're like, you can't find Reubens, or I think it's no, not Mexican, but it's like some. They're like, wait, you can't find it. Is there something you can't find in Cleveland?
I would say it's pretty hard to find authentic Mexican.
Authentic.
Which is sad because I'm a big Mexican fan, like real life tacos, with green chilies. They don't really, it's all like Americanized tacos, which I guess in a lot of America that's also true. But especially in Cleveland, I've noticed there's not as many authentic Mexican restaurants.
Interesting.
So
I've always considered Indian food to be very hard to get in Cleveland.
that's true. That is true.
I really wanted it the other day, and I had to like pull up Google Maps, and I was like doing these deep searches to like find it. There's a really good place. It's at more fast food though. It's called Kula. It's in Beechwood. And actually, it might be more into Woodmere. By Eaton, and I love that place. But it is more like fast food, and sometimes you're like, I really want like authentic. Like a lot of times, you kind of reach into these markets, and it's Americanized.
Exactly.
Which is cool because it's like, well, maybe you haven't tried tacos or quesadillas before, but you know, it is a way to kind of, I guess, I don't want to say dumb down foods, but kind of make it more approachable.
Right.
But at the same time, I don't want to be approachable. I want to be uncomfortable. I want to be like, on those Food Network. Yeah, adventurous. I want to be on those Food Network shows where you're like, why would they eat that? I mean, I am a vegetarian though, so that comes with limits. So you won't see me having cow testicle or any of the other really just interesting stuff out there in the world. But
well, we do have a lot of good taco places in Cleveland. But no.
Best place for tacos. Americanized tacos. Or just in general tacos.
I would say my favorite is probably Lopez on Lee Road.
Lopez
They
is good.
do the lobster poached tacos, which are amazing. Barrio's hard to beat, but I would prefer their margs over their tacos.
Really? I would prefer their tacos over their margs.
Really?
You know what? I have very interesting standards for margs. And they're good margs at Barrio, but if I had to pick marg or taco, I think it would be the taco.
Really?
I love they have the spiced tofu and then the Asians. No, not Asian slaw. I think it's just regular slaw, but I'm still. Mine is on the Asian food. Can you tell I didn't eat dinner? Because I'm really like right now.
Gotta get some dinner
I feel
after
like
that.
I'm salivating into the microphone and just like.
Well, I would say my Instagram can do that. Make you hungry.
So don't go on the Instagram, when you're really hungry. Go when
Right.
you just ate and you can appreciate like looking at food.
Exactly.
You have tacos. Oh, this is from Travel Tuesday, so I'll try and keep it to Cleveland. I don't want to be that guy who's like, let's check out this place and like, oh, this is these are homemade. Oh, look at your little grilled limes.
Yes, I recently got into grilling. I had my dad teach me over the summer, so I've been into grilling all the fruits and vegetables that I have.
You're just grabbing them left and right. Any pumpkin? Grilled pumpkin?
I haven't done that yet.
Grilled spiced pumpkin?
I need to. That'd be
Spiced latte
good.
Pumpkin?
Grilled pineapple is one of my favorite foods in the world.
Grilled pineapple.
If you haven't had it, you
is
should
good.
definitely try it.
No, it's been a while.
Throw some teriyaki barbecue sauce on top.
So what kind of, are you like a grill novice or like a grill apprentice? What kind of like status is your grill?
I just started. I don't know.
Grill
Yes,
beginner.
I would say beginner for sure.
What's one kind of technique, or I guess technique's kind of a specified term, but what's one, I guess, kind of cuisine skill you want to pick up? What's your next cuisine skill to pick up?
I would say something I'm actually working on right now is getting good at homemade Italian, because
Okay.
my family's not Italian, and if you see my most recent post, it was I made my own pasta the other day. It's really hard to get the consistency correct.
It looked, your homemade pasta looks really good though.
Oh, well, thank you.
Was it angel hair or no? This is way too thick. To be
Yeah,
angel
it was
hair.
more
Look
like,
at me.
it
I'm
was
like
more
trying,
like fettuccine.
I'm like
Yeah.
I'm like trying to name all the pasta. I'm like, looks like tortellini, and clearly it's not. But no, this
Well,
looks good.
my problem was that I don't have a pasta roller, so it took me forever to roll it out by hand.
yeah.
So it's definitely a lot thicker than it should be, but it was still good. It tasted good.
What about learning to like make beer or moonshine? Is that on the list?
Beer probably over moonshine. I could do it. I think that'd be fun. I
Yeah.
could definitely come up with some good
There's
flavor
been some hit and
profiles for
miss of
beer.
homemade beers. I've tried a couple of people, and they're like, I made the labels and everything. I'm like, this looks so great, and then I try it, and I'm like, oh
Right.
no, like it's terrible. But so definitely, I would be interested to see, because I feel like if anyone could make good homemade beer right now, it would be you.
Oh, well, thank you.
Not to like talk you up, not to talk up Deliciohio.
Well,
either,
I've
but-
recently gotten super into the craft beer scene, so I could come up with some pretty good flavors, I think. It's
Yeah.
interesting flavors.
No, for sure. And do you go to a lot of Indians games? Because I feel like you do.
I do. This summer I did a lot.
Because they have the whole new Cleveland restaurant. I mean, you know this
Yes.
more than I
Oh,
do,
they
the
have
whole-
a great food scene at
Yeah.
the Indian
And
Stadium.
I've never seen that before.
No, it's awesome.
I think they
It's
have
really-
I think 12, 15.
Yeah,
It's
they're all
huge.
Cleveland native restaurants too,
Yeah,
which is
I
cool.
was just looking because I love Ohio City burrito, which I got today.
Oh, did
Actually,
you?
I did. I was down late and I was like, let me have a lunch dinner kind of thing. So like I put 2 meals together for one, even though knowing my fat self, I'm gonna want a third when I get home. But I love that. I love. Learning Ohio City a lot too. Like, there's some great places in West Side Market. A lot of they make their own stuff. And there's the pad thai.
Yes.
That they have it. I think it's
It's
Sim Lee.
amazing.
I think you know what I'm talking about. For those who don't, it's in West Side Market, so you'll find it if you just do a little bit of looking. It's so good. The price was great. And
Noodle Cat in West Side Market, amazing.
Wait, there's a Noodle Cat there now.
Hmm?
There's a Noodle Cat at West Side Market.
I thought there always was one.
Was there? Oh my gosh. See, I've yet to really get in there.
Yeah.
Oh, and the West Side Market breakfast cafe, little sit down restaurant. That
it's
is
really
so good too.
The West Side Market's truly a hidden gem of Cleveland.
I think it is, honestly, when it comes to food. I think that's the scene, because a lot of people go there. A lot of people use the supplies. And,
Oh yeah.
I mean, why
It's
not?
so different from, growing up in Columbus, we don't have anything like that. So it's so cool to have a market like that. It's very European.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So
And right next to it too, you have all those great restaurants. Town Hall. There's another Vietnamese place. I know we're naming 40 Vietnamese places. Ohio City Burritos right there. Market Garden / Bar Santo.
all the kind of craft breweries are on that street,
Yeah,
it seems.
it's loaded down there.
Yeah, it's
So-
a really up and coming area. There's a lot of potential.
Yeah, that's another podcast actually to talk about. That is one scene that
Yes.
honestly, as someone who went down into high school in that area, seeing over the last 5 years alone has just blown up in terms of culture, in terms of kind of, I guess, tourism. I
Right.
would consider this tourism, and and that's interesting to see. And but yeah, and Tremont is right next to there too. And Tremont's a huge
Tremont's
area.
a super cool area also. Yeah.
So, someone who's not from Cleveland, where do they go?
Ooh, that's a tough question.
I know. I feel like I'm just literally just every question in the book, and I'm just tossing them at you like baseballs. And
Right.
what the Indians get,
No, that's
right?
good. Right. I would say for brunch, definitely Southside in Tremont.
Okay, I don't think I've been
It's great. That's where the Bloody Mary was from.
there.
It's really good. Best chicken and waffles,
Ooh.
hands down. For dinner, I mean, I would obviously suggest Chinato because it's my favorite.
Yeah.
But if you don't want to spend that much, Butcher and the Brewer and Mabel's Barbecue are both two really good ones, and they're both pretty like popular to Cleveland. Mabel's is one of Michael Simon's restaurants.
Oh, okay.
It's awesome. And then Butcher and the Brewer is a brewery on East 4th. They have pretty good food too and really good beer. So
You know what I got a craving for the other day? The Melt. I haven't been to the Melt in so
Melt's
long.
pretty good. It's not one of my favorites, but it's really good
Is it
for
'cause
photography.
is it the grilled the grilled cheese? The grilled cheese, is that kind of
You know, it's
'cause
like
that's the staple is the grilled cheese.
Oh, yeah.
So if you don't like grilled cheese, then it's like you're kind of screwed.
I'm a grilled cheese fan, and I think the idea of Melt is amazing. I just don't. It's too much.
Really?
You know, like you can't eat the whole thing.
See, that's where I have to disagree with you because, like, I'm a fat guy. So, like, me going in there, it's just like, I feel like all the troops have been summoned for battle and, like, we destroy it. And I love the slaw. And, you know, I used to be team mayo slaw for, like, the longest time. But, like,
vinegar all the way.
these days, I'm like, you know, like, the vinegar,
I'm a
tastes
big
good.
vinegar slaw person,
Especially with the slaw and fries. Like,
Oh,
at that
yeah.
place, that kind of place.
Well,
but-
see, I think that Melt is cool. It just is like an overkill of flavor sometimes.
You know what? I usually keep it simple. I just do my grilled cheese with like tomato and avocado.
Oh, you don't do one of the menus? The
No, because
specialties?
vegetarian, so
Right,
your boy
that's
has
right.
to be conscious. They have a PB&J kind of grilled cheese. That was good, but it was such a desserty kind of thing going on.
Oh, I'm
that
sure.
was hard to
I'm sure.
take control of. But no, part of it too, and I bet you can attest to this, is when you go out to restaurants, like, you do have to be a little, not like careful. It's not like it's not like careful like, oh, the restaurant's going to rob you. But you do have to know your limitations in a way. Or, you know, like I remember one time, like, I was like, oh, it's potato pasta, not potato, sweet potato pasta. There we go. I was like, it wasn't just potato, it was sweet potato. It came with mushrooms, and I was like, oh, like, I don't like mushrooms. Is it worth it? And you kind of have to do a pros and cons. And sometimes you kind of have to look at things and realize that only like a true foodie could appreciate that. And maybe you're not a foodie and you're like, I just want a burger. I just want this. I just want it to be simple. I don't want my steak with decomposed cauliflower saute. And,
Exactly.
You know, so I mean, I'm sure in your experience, so you've probably dined with people who have been overwhelmed or
I would
kind of lost.
absolutely agree. Yeah, some people think I'm a little bit too adventurous when it comes to food sometimes, but I don't think that's a bad thing.
No, not at all. And what's a good, and this is kind of going off of a little bit more of into the nightlife, but what's your favorite bar? What's your favorite place to get a drink?
That's a good question. I love Nano Brew on West 25th.
Very
If you're going
nice.
for beer, that's a really cool spot. Punch Bowl is also one of my
I do
favorites.
love Punch Bowl. When we
In
talked,
the
we
flats.
did a top 10 of our favorite bars, and I think Punch Bowl was my third or second. I fell in love the minute I saw the deer chandelier. I really did. I know
It's
that's
so
like,
cool,
that's like
yeah.
their statement piece.
And their
but, like,
Moscow Mule, like the bull punch mule or whatever they call it, it's so good.
yeah,
Really good
I love that.
cocktail.
What are some restaurants that are up and coming, or that maybe haven't been opened yet? Like, what's on your like waiting list? So, like the pre-order kind of thing. When are you
yes,
ready
waiting
to...
list for sure. Greenhouse Tavern. I've never been. People talk about it all the time. It's on East 4th. It's across from Corner Alley.
Okay.
And it's supposed to have a really good selection of like craft beer and food, but I haven't been. It's on.
Is that the one that's right across from Jack's Casino?
No, it's on
Okay.
East 4th.
Okay.
So
I don't know. I was picturing there's like, is it an Irish kind of pub, or is it more like?
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's what I had in mind.
Yes. No, it's on the other side of East 4th.
Okay. Okay.
Down by the bowling alley. Yeah.
Oh, between is it between
By House of Blues.
Yeah, Picnic and Frolic and
Yes.
all those kind
So
of.
I haven't been there, but that's probably number one on my list for now. And Beerhead in the Flats.
I've never been there yet. I've seen it all the time, but I've never been
Yeah,
to there.
that was the most recent place I've tried. So good. I really liked it.
I've heard there's mixed reviews out about the new taco place in the Flats.
Coastal Taco. Yes.
I've heard mixed reviews.
I went a few weeks ago. It's not like terrible. It's just definitely overpriced for what you're getting.
Oh, okay.
It's expensive.
So if you work as like a lawyer or a doctor, you wouldn't be bothered. But for people like us who are like students,
college students.
well, you're kind of still a student. I'm just a poor guy trying to make it through life. Probably not our best bet. Probably we'd probably want to go to Barrio. I feel like Barrio, the tacos.
Barrio is really good.
Like,
yeah.
I will throw down $3 or $4 for those
Oh,
tacos.
it's well
Absolutely.
priced. Definitely well priced. And you can fill up on chips and salsa first. Only get 1 or 2 tacos.
What is... I feel so bad asking this question because you might throw up. When it comes to fast food, what's your guilty fast food pleasure? Is it Taco Bell? Is it McDonald's? Is it Wendy's?
Guilty fast food pleasure. Probably Chick-fil-A.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
But is that like... Is it fast food? Well, no, it is fast food. But I feel like Chick-fil-A is in their own category.
Oh, it's definitely
it's like a
better,
classy,
right?
like where
It's better
closed
than
on Sundays.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I think my favorite's Panera Bread because then I just sit there and do work.
See,
for
I'm
10
not
hours.
a big Panera fan. I could live without Panera.
It's a little overpriced. I'll give you
Mm-hmm.
that. But what it lacks in cheapness, it makes up for it in just homey vibes and free Wi-Fi
That's
and
true.
refills.
And refills. Very true. Very true.
And then I guess for our listeners who are maybe located more in the Cleveland Heights, University Heights, what's a great place around here? What's a great inner suburb kind of place?
I'm a big fan of Dewey's Pizza, obviously.
Oh, I wonder why.
I love it there. It's great. It's specialty pizza, so if you haven't tried it, I would recommend it. I also really like Tavern and Company on Lee Road. They have pretty good food. They have good deals too. On Tuesday night, they do like a 3-course prefixed with a bottle of wine for $30 for 2 people.
That's not bad.
No, it's really good.
At first I was like, that's not bad, and then I'm like thinking about it, like trying to calculate it. Like I'm like, wait a minute, that's 3 meals and wine for 2. Like
right.
It sounds really good.
Oh, it was really good.
The
Yeah.
problem is I'm single as heck. So.
Well, you can always go with me. I would love to go.
We'll get a group.
Exactly.
We'll do it post Coventry Asian dive
Yes.
bar.
Yes.
Oh my god, not dive bar, but crawl. I'm trying to put bar and crawl together, and I'm like, no. But no, it's been great having you on. Is there anything else? One more time, Deliciohio. DelicioHio. I like that. It just you got it. Once you learn how to say it correctly,
right?
You rolls off the tongue.
It does have a lot of mispronunciation. I understand, but
it's the play on words
cute,
is too
right?
It's too good to pass up.
Thank you.
So definitely check out Amelia and her I guess shenanigans would be
right.
a good way to kind of
Everybody
say it.
can come eat with me.
She's open for business, except for you, 35-year-old Columbus chef with kids.
Right, exactly.
Meanwhile, he's listening in tears, just devastated. But yeah, no, for sure. Thank you so much for being on.
Thanks for having me. It was a pleasure.
Yeah, this has been great. Now I'm just so hungry, and I just want to eat everything in Cleveland.
We can go get some food after.
Right. Anyway, thank you so much again, Amelia. And I will see you next time for another edition of the Gamut Report with yours truly, Matt Hribar. Peace out for now.
Bye.
Next week on the Gamut Report, we're going to sit down and talk to 2 pop princesses, local pop enthusiasts about pop culture in 2016. So see you then.